Okay.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. Apologize for the glitch there, but we looks like we're back up and running to some degree. Yeah. Do some testing here, just make sure everything looks all right. Nothing much has changed here, folks.
Yeah, the running orders stayed the same.
Nothing much has changed here, folks.
Yeah, the running orders stayed the same.
All right, looks like we got our audio back, so it's a good thing we didn't lose anything. All right, except like 130 viewers. Can't blame them. I mean, you know,
better mind.
Yeah, can't blame them. But at least the link is still good.
They're back. Marky the pharmacist. They're back.
Marky, yeah. Which isn't necessarily a good thing. But I gave Bob a break. So wow, 357 laps turned. I think we're gonna make it to the end of this thing. It could happen without snow.
So, Roger's saying that Freddie Mercury looks a little off pace. Well, they dropped down to 2 minutes, but also NLS has dropped down to a 2 minute and 1 second. So I don't know if it's just the dark influencing. Let me see what their last few laps were.
Yeah.
2 minute to a 1:58. Let's see. I wonder if they're going in fuel conserve mode or anything. What kind of timing do we have? We have almost 2 hours. Yes, they're probably trying to make the 2 hour window. That's what I would, if I had to guess.
Right.
That would be a guess. They're trying to make it to 8 o'clock so they could do one stop to the end.
So it looks like they pitted at the 317 lap spot.
Actually, I take that back because I can't go 2 hours on fuel, so that wouldn't work for them.
Yeah, they've been. This is one of those teams that's been doing like 50, 53 laps, and then they have to pit, and they're getting very close to that spot. So wouldn't be surprised if they pit, but I could see how they're trying to get the most out of it.
Maybe stretch it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But stretching it out to 2 hours wouldn't benefit them. So unless, nah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Appreciate you coming back to us here.
Can you share your screen with us, Paul?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, your share is not showing up right.
All right.
Oh!
There it is.
There we go.
And all is right with the world.
That's the only time we hear from Bill. He just wants the share to work. That's funny.
As much as my stuff doesn't work, yours works always.
Yeah, it does. It usually is really solid. So I'm showing visceral pitting along with NLS, Tiffany.
That's what I see too.
So here we have NLS. Excuse me, that's visceral, and that's NLS.
Yeah, they were supposed to pit at the top of the hour, and because they said they could go almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we have almost 2 hours left of this race.
Yeah, it is so close.
Where are you right now, Bill?
I am right next to you.
Oh, okay. We're not necessarily going to see when each of these cars moves.
Yes, we can. Hold on.
Well, if we say the in-car in there, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, one in-car is a big delay on it, too. Or I think both of them might have big delays.
Never mind.
Driver change?
Yeah, they'll be doing a driver change and full fuel.
Yeah, the thing with visceral is their camera actually drops off when they're in the pits, and then it picks up again. I think there's like a bandwidth issue. Maybe there's an echo in here about a bandwidth issue being in the pits. I don't know. It's probably not true.
No, it is. It's pretty bad down there.
I'm just kidding you, man. I know. I'm just teasing you.
Look, I'm going to draw you a picture.
Okay.
Show you how bad it is.
Pictures work good for me.
Oh, I have access to a room.
And if there's a camera, if we can move the tower camera to where we can see the start. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
All right. So it is. Let me look here. NLS is fueling right now, so they're still fueling. I think that's Visceral right there. Yeah. So Visceral is still in the pits.
All right.
Their car's dark. There it is. They're looking underneath that car right now with a light.
All right.
Yeah, they're working on the left side of that car underneath. And the Mercury hasn't come in yet, has it? It should have.
Let's see. Freddie Mercury. No, that's actually when we were talking about. They haven't come in yet, but we're expecting they're going to come in pretty soon here. They have to.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting talking to the brew crew how they had changed the fuel cell or installed one, and they just were still trying to sort out consumption, like how far they could go, and cited that as being one of the reasons they were just running out of fuel. They just didn't know how far they could go with it.
I think maybe changing a tire on that car. No, lights are coming on.
All right. This is the Visceral Porsche as best you can tell?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're working on the left side of that car. Can you see that? Yep. There they go now. Yeah, because he's got those four tail lights across the bumper. So they're leaving now. The lights are coming on the NLS car. They're looking at the right rear. They just took pictures of the back of the car. Maybe that's their media guy. And they're headed out. So there is about a 200-yard difference between those two cars.
Cool.
Visceral comes to a stop at pit out.
And here's NLS.
It's the once over by Jackie. And NLS is coming up on the rear of that car. And there goes Visceral drag racing out pit lane onto the turn one straight. NLS getting looked over as well. Checking the driver, make sure he's all snuggled in and has the right driver's credentials on his wrist. And he is now released. Off he goes.
Cool.
So there is about, say, 10 or 15 second difference between those two cars right now. Maybe a little longer. You could rewind that and kind of figure out. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be in here, so I'm gonna step out.
All right. That camera position though is not
I'll
quite.
fix that now.
It's not quite. I don't know if you can see.
It ain't right.
It's a little high, brother. A little high.
Okay.
A little high.
You want it on the which camera?
The flag dude. The tower camera, the RoboTube.
Yeah. I'll get it over there.
All right. All right. So we are just waiting to see Freddie Mercury come into the pits. past the top of the hour here, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break and be back in just a few. So stay with us. You're watching Champ Car Live, presented by AutoZone. We'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. Through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
Bring on the frozen tundra, the grinding gravel, the cratered concrete, the rain-soaked streets. Come on, road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Reliable performance in unreliable conditions. Designed to meet or exceed original equipment performance. That's why more auto technicians choose Duralast parts. Exclusively at AutoZone.
Located in Northeast Ohio, with 40 years of combined experience, Money Shift Racing knows how to deliver performance and safety, offering everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready for race day. From safety equipment to full engine assembly and repair, in-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Money Shift Racing. Performance done right.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors. Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishment materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your Champ Car fire suppression system, go to www.champcar.live. www.lifeline-fire.com.
Come on, road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Engineered to meet or exceed original equipment performance, exclusively at AutoZone.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. It is the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series 14-hour season opener at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. Welcome, I'm Paul Veltum, along with Bob Varsha, Tiffany Alexander, and Bill Strong, calling the race for you today as we count down the final 1 hour and 50 minutes unofficially to the conclusion of this race. The race went green at 8 o'clock this morning, and we're looking for a checker at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right now, Visceral Racing Group leads the way over Freddie Mercury, followed by NLS Racing, Leviathan Motorsports, and Running Bulls Racing, your top 5 overall.
Hey, Polly.
Hey.
Guess what?
What?
We're under 2 hours.
That's right.
The witching hour?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Visceral and Freddie Mercury and NLS, for that matter, pitted almost simultaneously. Now they're out on track, and they have a lot of very precise decisions to make about how hard to push the rest of the way. If you're Visceral, do you try to preserve your lead, or do you try to expand it? If you're Freddie Mercury, do you try to close it down at perhaps the risk of having to make another fuel stop? If you're NLS, do you just kind of bide your time, or do you too push to try to close? Do you do of your own initiative, or do you wait to see what your rivals do and try to counter it?
So I know Freddie Mercury's got to come in for fuel.
Right.
NLS is probably going to try to make that 2 hours. We know Visceral can.
Kevin.
So, hence my question.
Okay.
And Leviathan is back here, wanting to pounce, right?
Yeah, and Kevin over here on our YouTube feed says, about time for some snow flurries. Maybe? Question mark?
Hush your mouth. Learned anything from history.
I mean, not unless you're talking about like a martini or something.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, good points, Bob. And we are expecting Freddie Mercury to pit, as you said, Tiffany, and so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this whole thing shakes out. And it's something that we point out at almost every race. That final 2 hours, once you stick that driver in there, it's all in their hands. Everything you've worked for the weekend, for the weeks and months leading up to this race, it's now all in their hands, and there's really nothing else for you to do but wait and see how the whole thing shakes out.
Those three teams have a lock on the podium, it would appear, because the fourth place car from Leviathan is 4 laps down to the race leader, 2 laps down to the third place car.
Right.
So, what are you willing to accept? You go for the gold, or silver or bronze, just as useful.
A 5-minute fuel stop under green will cost you 2 laps, though, for sure.
Hey guys. 460. That's Freddie Mercury, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they may have been involved in a pretty heavy door-to-door incident where they both are saying they have some pretty significant damage on the 2 cars that were involved. We only have 460 as one of the car numbers.
A car fluffle?
Yep, car fluffle.
A Shemazel.
I've never even heard that one before.
You never heard Shemazel?
Add that to my dictionary.
Oh, yeah, Laverne and Shirley.
Shemazel.
Yeah. It does sound like there's some rubbing going on here. I know you folks in the broadcast booth can't hear it, but while turning it looks like he's pointing by some people, and he's moving slowly, well off the pace.
Oh yeah. Last one's 2:24. Last lap, Val.
This
somebody coming down the pit lane now, so we'll see as he comes underneath us here who it is. But there's supposed to be some pretty significant damage to the car.
Yeah, well, I could hear as he was turning the wheel. In certain areas, you could hear almost like a rubbing
well,
tire
that's
rub.
981. 981 is that?
Well, they could certainly pit now. I imagine what they're really doing is hoping for a caution. But they're within their window. They could pit and make it back out there. But they are losing position after position of back markers.
I'm sure now they're not worried.
Mercury might be up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of some tire rub or something going on when they turn left. They're coming up to the bridge here.
So 980 had some brake issues, and they're taking that car off the track right now.
Their car on pit.
That's not an excellent car.
So Freddie Mercury is pitting.
Here comes, yep, and there they are. It must be on the right-hand side. So look at that car. And the other one may be 341 because he just came in too.
He's going to get his clock here.
So Freddie's heading down to his pit.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, somebody hit me. And she asked, do you know who it was? And he said, yeah, and he gave him like a car number or something. And there's always two sides to every story, though. It's always interesting to hear.
Sometimes three.
Depends on how many lawyers are involved.
So Freddie Mercury in the pits. They're going to take a look at that driver's right-hand side of the car.
Driver's getting out.
Yeah, he's not too happy, I don't think.
It's time for a driver change and the fuel anyway, so the question's going to be, can they get the car back out on the racetrack and not lose too much time here?
That's my team, Trophy Wife.
Gotcha.
They're being funny. I couldn't show Bob Varsha up if I tried. So I'm not going to try and look bad.
Hey, did you guys hear what car number he said it was?
No, we couldn't hear.
I couldn't hear it very well, but
okay. Because they're not. Well, there's somebody coming in here. We're just kind of looking for somebody with damage on the left side because his was. Yeah, go ahead.
If they talk to the marshal at Pit Inn who gave him the clock, he told them who it was.
Yeah, she didn't hear.
Okay.
Or he didn't hear. So, yeah. All right, cool.
Jeff, they've lost lights. Looks like they are trying to get that driver do their driver change. So they fully intend to return to the racetrack.
This is a pit under green conditions, so that's not in their favor. NLS just took over second place.
And we expected them to, but
not like this.
No, and we had a race here years ago where we had a team, Our Bank Racing, leading the way and had a handily seemed to have the race handily in place and then broke a CB axle with about 36 minutes to go. So anything can happen after 13 and a half hours of racing. You just don't know.
This will be in the lead the entire race almost, and then 20 minutes to the end, blow a fuse. Remember, and left them stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Fuse issues.
That was a heartbreaking thing.
Yes, it was.
Seat cushion going in.
Okay, Dylan Wittenhauer is in the Wittenhauer car to finish it up for the day, for the night, for the evening, whatever.
For the Saturday.
For the Saturday. For this very special Saturday. And I think Roger Cohen is going to finish up in the Leviathan car is the plan, and Dan Retzer is planning to go in last in the Rocket Ham car. Ron is going to be manning the visceral car for the last stint. So a lot of team owners and hot shoes and whatever strategy everybody wants to play.
I like Marky the Farmer's analogy. He says there's 3 sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth. Somewhere the truth lies usually in the balance, somewhere in between the two, right?
See, he says yours, hers, and the truth.
He did kind of finish it. Yeah, he kind of went the other way with it at the end. But yeah, that's there's definitely some truth to that.
Oh yeah.
There's a nice shot of the Michelin. I don't know if that's actually a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a walkover bridge.
It's a walkover bridge, and then we've got the stand there for the start finish, and no giant snowflakes falling this year, so that's nice.
Yet.
It's almost strange.
Team Infinity, though, not putting a foot wrong and still after it. Brew Crew Racing shown in 22nd place right now. Still turning laps. Crank Anchor's in the pits along with Threve. We've also got On Second Thought, your A-Class leader, in the pits, along with Hong North and their MX-3. And, of course, Freddie Mercury in the pits, shown in 3rd place right now.
So car number 66, Open Throttle Racing, probably going to scroll down and see them towards the bottom of the standings. They blew an engine about 4 hours into the race, and they have been swapping that engine in the parking lot, and they just finished up.
Oh,
so they're looking to rejoin the race and finish it under the lights. So congratulations, they got that done. That's a lot of initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So Open Throttle Racing rejoining the field.
Oh, Rick says Tiffany rocks. More Tiff, less guy talk. We're just talking about the race. I don't know what you're talking about, guy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, and Marky says that yours, theirs, and the truth quote is actually a Mike, from Mike,
like
which sounds like a Mike
number
thing.
8 Blue Miata.
What's that?
Or sorry, MX3, number 8. But those two got together.
Oh, gosh. That number 8 was involved in another
the
crash.
The Capri has issues with the splitter and a rim.
Okay.
So which car got together with the Capri?
The number 8.
Number 8, the Mazda.
Oh, the Hung North?
Yeah.
And
so we're on board with the John Allen Special Mini Cooper. And they are in 7th place right now, leading B class. Rotary Rocketeers 2nd in B class, down to 11th overall. Several cars still shown in the pits right now. We suspect just going through a standard pit stop. They should be able to get back out there, and that would be most likely their final pit stop of the day.
Yeah, I think there's a number of last pit stops going on.
On
I'm
board
sure everybody was wanting to pad their 2-hour window a little bit, right? They don't want to run out of fuel with a lap or 2 to go, right?
No,
so
no.
they can take it a little bit further past 2 hours to the end, then gives them a little more cushion, especially if they have to, really wring it out.
Yeah, but with smaller fuel loads this year, there's got to be a lot of questions when they crunch the numbers as to how far we can go on what we have. And I would imagine they probably have something in the tank to provide a fuel sample in case of a challenge.
Mike says that the person really beat up and sore after a race of this length. The length, absolutely.
Commentators too.
Absolutely.
Some commentators should be beaten and sore.
Absolutely.
I want to clarify one thing. Earlier today, someone on Twitter pointed out that they switched channels and they heard me commentating on a NASCAR race, the Goodies 300 at Daytona back in 1990. I said I did it with Benny Parsons. Actually, somebody sent me a picture of me with my co-commentator that day, and it was actually Johnny Hayes from U.S. Tobacco, former car runner, wonderful guy. I'd totally forgotten about that.
Well, I think this would be a good time to say that I feel very confident that I can speak on behalf of a whole bunch of people and say I'm sure there's a lot of people that are very happy to have you back in the booth, Bob Barsha, because obviously you've had to deal with some issues and you come through looking strong and
marvelous,
healthy, and the famous hair seems to have taken its rightful place back atop the pantheon of sportscasters' famous hairstyles.
Yeah, but it's real popular up there in the executive offices of whichever. Well, thanks very much for saying that, Tracy. It's been a journey, and I owe thanks to a lot of people who've supported me through the last couple of years. What Tracy's talking about was my prostate cancer diagnosis 2 years ago.
Wow, has it been 2 years? Wow.
Yeah, it was December of 2019. Been through chemo, been through radiation, been through
COVID,
small surgeries, been through COVID.
It all hit at all the same time.
Now going through hormone suppression, but feeling great. Loving getting back in the saddle, as it were. And I really do appreciate all the kind things people have said.
Have you talked about, maybe you talked about it earlier today, but you kind of got a multiple plates in the air right now with Formula E and Extreme. And
talked about that a bit. Yeah, Paulie was asking me about my new title is Mr. EV, which is totally self-proclaimed, I might add. Yeah, Formula E next weekend, Extreme E the weekend after that. Maybe hope to do some more Champ Car events this year.
And apparently he's going to take the top staff of Champ Car on an all-expenses-paid cruise in Monaco for the Formula One race and do the guest commentary for that.
That'd be great, yeah. I'll give my lectures, and we'll all go sit in the swimming pool complex to watch qualifying on Saturday and the Grand Prix on Sunday. Lots of parties aboard ship, cruising wonderful places like Portofino and Elba and Rome, Barcelona.
This is a bucket list item, but this is something that Bob has done historically, and I guess hasn't happened since COVID, but
Right, we missed it for 2 years.
Yeah, he's basically the celebrity guest commentator and sort of tour guide expert for these high-end sailboat cruises, and it's sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, Windstar Lines, check it out. Although I'm not enough of a superstar celebrity that they actually use my name in the advertising. They just say, yeah, we'll have an expert there for you. Yeah, okay, high praise. And before we leave the subject of my cancer, guys, get yourself checked. If you're 40, 45 years old, be on the lookout for this because it sneaks up on you and it can be ghastly. Do yourself a favor, see a good urologist, and check it out.
It's funny how we get old, how your body starts talking to you and giving you warning signals and warning signs. Or maybe when we were younger, we were just too stupid to pay attention to them. I don't know, but it sure seems like there's a lot more the older you get.
Well, when we were younger, we were going to live forever, remember? Nothing could touch us. But it does.
What's the saying? Something like something in bulletproof. We're young, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. It's winding down.
Fred Wolf says we need a ChampCar.Live party tent this year at which would be at Nelson Ledges, of course. Fred Wolf, track manager out there at Nelson Ledges.
Fred, I've heard that if you set it up, we will come. If you build it.
So there you go, Fred. If we can set up a tent and they will show up like moths to a flame.
Freddie Mercury now down in 4th.
Yeah, they're still looking at that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob. Yeah, they're still looking at that right front, aren't they?
Well, they're working on it. You can see the stocking cap on the head of the mechanic framming away on it.
Wow, we've got Freddie Mercury, Running Bulls, and Hong North, all 4, 5, and 6, all in the pits.
Yeah, and what
With an hour and a half to go.
What you can't hear are the air hammers as they're working on that right front corner there.
What's going on? We have a car off right at the bottom of 12.
Driver's right.
Driver's right.
Driver's right on the grass.
It's pretty close to the racing line.
And he's backing up. Actually, probably waiting for clear track, but no, there's clear track and he's not moving.
He's not budging.
Are you kidding me? It's the leader.
It's
That's
visceral.
no that car's been very loose coming through that turn all. I thought it was lights on one side.
My
I didn't want to.
heart.
Now,
He's going to try to move it.
He's having trouble. He's doing a lot of steering.
Cranking on that wheel.
And it sounds like he can't get the clutch to engage, but he's doing a lot of steering with it. Our leader is off track at turn 12. Visceral Racing Group, who has dominated this race for so many laps.
Oh, God.
And even if he
And
does.
so is John Allen Special, stranded just before the bridge. Both of these cars.
Oh my gosh.
In 2 different locations, and this is heading up to 11. Is it possible they got together?
Wow. I wonder.
This top 10 is going to flip.
Full course caution.
Visceral's going to have to go all the way around. Well, not now. If it's a full course caution and they send out the trucks.
Something is clearly broken on the Porsche. He keeps revving the engine, trying like crazy to get that car to move.
I wonder if he's in mud.
I wonder if he's just spinning his
spinning his wheels.
Could be.
We didn't get any snow, but we have mud.
We've had a lot of rain here.
Mm-hmm.
That red clay just turns into mush.
Oh yeah.
So we've lost the visceral feed. We were just talking about this, how you can be racing along for hours, and the last 30 minutes, everything can just go away.
This is unbelievable. The B and C class, who also happens to be the overall race leader, are both stopped on course.
Okay, well, we've got an hour and a half to go, just under that, to finish this 14-hour Enduro at Road Atlanta. You're watching ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. Through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
Bring on the frozen tundra, the grinding gravel, the cratered concrete, the rain-soaked streets. Come on, road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Reliable performance in unreliable conditions. Designed to meet or exceed original equipment performance. That's why more auto technicians choose Duralast parts. Exclusively at AutoZone.
Located in Northeast Ohio with 40 years of combined experience, Money Shift Racing knows how to deliver performance and safety, offering everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready for race day. From safety equipment to full engine assembly and repair, in-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Money Shift Racing. Performance done right.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors, Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishment materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your Champ Car fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
Come on, road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Engineered to meet or exceed original equipment performance, exclusively at AutoZone.
Welcome back, everyone, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. And we are in the midst of an unbelievable situation here with Visceral Racing Group off track, along with the John Allen special. Now, for some reason, I'm showing that Visceral is turning laps, but here we're seeing John Allen trying to work their way back up the hill here to get that car motivated.
So the emergency crew did pull Visceral out of the grass, and they managed to roll, what would you say?
A couple hundred yards.
Yeah, and then they had to pull off, and now they're loading Visceral onto the flatbed. So what I heard was they had impact with the wall in turn 12, possibly. possibly likely.
And John Allen had the car running for a moment there. He was able to get the car moved a little bit, and then it died.
Same thing. It's crazy.
We'll get you hooked up. Okay, where are you at?
We're
like in the first third.
You couldn't.
We're listening to them.
Thank you.
Not much explained there, just that they're going to hook them up. And been working during the break to try and get us some feed of what happened on that other camera from one of the two cars, but there's something going on with their channel. And it's very time consuming, and it's very difficult to work with. So I'm having trouble getting that back, but I'm gonna keep working on it to see if maybe we can get some kind of visual as to what really happened there. But unbelievable turn of events here. But I wish I could say it's never happened before, but we've seen some crazy things happen here as we're full course caution here now at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. If you're just tuning in, between Visceral Racing Group, apparently in the wall, we don't know, but it's conjecture at this point. Did John Allen Special, were they caught up in some kind of contact as well? We're not sure, but both cars suddenly stranded on the track in almost exactly the same area, roughly in the same leg of the track. One just before the bridge, and Visceral down at the base around turn 12 there, stranded in the mud.
So shouldn't NLS be now, timing scoring showing NLS as being in second, 12 seconds behind, but he should have unlapped himself, so this is probably going to.
So here comes the pace car, so this should move NLS to first, as long as they're not pitting.
I'm so glad we didn't give Visceral the trophy 2 hours ago like I wanted to.
We'd be at the bar at Chateau and
Right.
like, you got to come back.
They are that dominant, or were that dominant in this race. It was just, come on, guys, just get it over with. Nope.
Yep, there they go. NLS is in first now.
All right, so here's the recording, and it's quite difficult to actually back things up. And so we're going to have to just kind of watch. I don't even know if this is the lap where it happened. Oh, yeah, it is. The car comes around. Oh, and he does hit the wall pretty hard there on the
happened right underneath
the right side.
Wow. It looks like maybe he got over driver's right, got on the grass, spun the car, hit the wall, and came to a stop right down there at the bottom of the hill. Incredible.
Okay, we are closing pit out for the moment.
Now I have it on replay so we can watch it.
Okay.
But, yeah, you saw a lot of vibration going into the car, didn't you? Briefly before the car turned right here.
It turns.
So now it's turning.
He's trying to control it.
So no doubt he was on the rumble strips, Bob, I would think.
Yeah. Now that's Ron in the car, right, who said he has not driven all day, but was going to get in to take it to the finish.
So it's strange as I want to watch this again, but what happened with John Allen Special? As he goes under the bridge, it almost looks like there's a thud, but I just... Okay, so here we go. I don't see John Allen at all, unless that's him there. Putting the brakes on. It is. He's putting the brakes on right there.
I'm wondering here, did
John Allen already have some issue?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe. I'm still thinking about Ron in the Visceral car. It almost looked like he got punted.
Or whatever's been going wrong with the car, the handling all day, finally gave up.
See, he right here, he boom, goes off driver's right, spins around.
And we don't see, now there's a car going by,
but
I don't know if that, yeah.
Well,
John Allen's on the brakes here all the way past 10B. He's still on the brakes, still on the brakes, still on the brakes. So I think that's just a coincidental breakdown.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Some of you are like, gosh, I'm getting dizzy here, Paul. Enough of that. All right.
Well, here we are with an hour and less than 18 minutes to go, and we have a brand new race.
Yeah, we really do. Although NLS is shown leading the race, with Visceral shown in second place. We don't expect them to return. But we don't know the extent of the damage, but obviously he hit the wall, apparently with the left rear corner maybe. And we got Leviathan Motorsports there currently in third place. We expect them to move up with Running Bulls as well for the top three. Freddie Mercury has come into the pits. I suppose they're still in the pits, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe they are. They're shown in the pits.
Looking here, I can't quite make out what we're looking at. I wonder if they've brought the car behind the wall.
Okay, we're back to green.
So back to green we go. And the cars come rushing down the front straightaway.
All bunched back up now.
And you guys just wanted to go to the bar.
I was just kidding.
I know you were. Tiffany
So
wasn't
Freddie
kidding.
Mercury is Freddie Mercury behind the wall?
It's difficult to tell from this view.
What was that?
But this is what I'm seeing, and I guess I'm looking at the steering wheel on the hook. So
yeah.
I think they are.
I think they just shut her down.
Oh.
No, you see it. I see a tent structure over there to the left. Yeah, I think they are back in the paddock.
Yeah, there's a truck there, and that's the tailgate, the back of a pickup truck. So I think they have brought it behind the wall.
Yep.
Wow.
Freddie Mercury, another one bites the dust.
Ooh.
Okay, so Freddie Mercury is saying they got hit in the right rear. The trailing arm is broke and they're done.
Okay.
I also have 977 getting black flag for passing under yellow.
Okay.
That's your race leader.
That's the race leader. So this thing is still up in the air.
What's our penalty for passing a 3 minute stop and hold?
First time 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
Now is that going to give Leviathan the win? Let's say there's three laps. They could still possibly hold on to it.
After what we've seen so far?
Anything's up for grabs.
Till that checkered flag waves.
I'm seeing what looks like John Allen has been able to get going again. Maybe they ran out of fuel. I'm not sure what the story was there.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what a hard one.
It looks like NLS Racing, we've lost a feed on them. Let's see if I can get that back.
Yeah.
13, 14.
They're reporting another car with only one tail light. They're trying to get the number on that car.
Gotcha.
16 miles an hour is the highest speed we've seen on the backstretch there, leading up to turn 10A, and it's dark.
I don't recall NLS getting another black flag today. If I have to
I don't either.
stretch back in my head, so they could probably recover from a 2-minute.
I have to disagree with you, Tiffany.
Really?
That it's 3 minutes.
You think it's 3?
I believe so. I don't remember a 2-minute penalty, and I've had to sit through
lots of penalties.
No, just one. Thank you, Bob. Just slow down.
Sorry. Doing two together.
Yeah, it's usually 3. But and I know we've had a penalty levied today that was a 3-minute for passing under caution. But you're right. They do compound. Yeah, they will add time from after the second one, after the first one, rather.
It was Visceral that was had a 3-minute penalty, but much of it came under a yellow flag, so they were allowed to serve it and held on to first place.
But I don't think we can confirm that, can we? Because the rules are that you have to serve it under green.
Well, I think they pulled in to serve it under green.
Oh.
And then the track went yellow at some time after that, but just during the 3-minute hold.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And so they said, okay, we're good to go.
Ah. Unfortunately, as this typically happens, we get into these evenings, these car cameras just stop working. So we don't have a whole lot left, but we do have, of course, some of them are wrecked. We do have 901 Motorsport. Looks like they've decided to come into the pits. Restarting the car.
I think after this long of a day, probably a lot of the in-car cameras are just losing battery power. Their batteries are just running out. Doc used to have multiple batteries. He'd just pop in another battery during the pit stop and keep it going.
So Leviathan Motorsports moves into second place in the Toyota Emerald 2. And we've got Running Bulls Racing going to move into third spot here. Hong North is going to move up. Team Infinity as well. So we can expect to see quite a bit of movement here in the top of the field as those two cars fall in the field, and really surprised to see that John Allen Special got that car going again.
Going fast, too. And here we see them doing 117 before braking for 10A. That car runs really well in the chill of the night. I wonder if he just pulled over to recycle the electronics or something.
Yeah. Sat there for quite a while.
Yeah, he did.
So John Allen Special is only I just did the math and then I forgot it, like 17 laps off the lead.
Hey, did you guys hear about NLS passing under yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to the radio. So NLS is in the pits now. I'm assuming to serve that penalty.
Let's see if we can listen in.
I'm not passing anybody. I'm the leader of the race. So I don't know who I passed. But okay, my sincere apologies. He said, be ready for this. 977's coming in. The yellow. Okay, that's no yellow. So okay. It's definitely was a definite because he knows you were a leader. Understand.
And the driver's just saying he's not aware of where this pass took place, but he's obviously not much he can do about it, but just to let them start the clock and get going so he can get back out there. But NLS Racing shown 3 laps up, but they're going to sit for about 3 minutes. And that's going to cost them a little bit. But they should be able to hold on to the lead here. So 901 Motorsports rejoin the race. We've got John Allen Special out there. Yeah, it's one of our YouTube viewers here, Mike Roberts, poses the question. He says, so Visceral brought 2 cars and crumpled them both? And I'm afraid the answer is yes, which is indeed heartbreaking, his comment.
So it's car 981 that's down to 1 tail light that they're bringing in.
981.
It's a 900 Racing.
Yeah.
Sitting back in 26th place. Actually, that'd be about 23rd. But.
And Tiffany, if you can boost your mic a little bit.
Oh, I just don't have it in front of my mouth, probably.
There you go.
User error.
Overcome with emotion.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of radio chatter I'm trying to listen to.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
So NLS is still sitting down there, I guess. It's like.
Meanwhile, Team Infinity is just driving their race. Perhaps oblivious to all this drama.
Leading Class D.
Leviathan is ready to pounce, right? They're right there. They're 2 laps off. While NLS is sitting in the pits, just can't do anything about it.
I don't think they'll get both laps back, but they'll get one of them. Here we go.
Down to 1.
Yeah, good point there, Bob. You've got a change for position there. D-Class being taken over by Team Infinity in the J30. So 901 Motorsports brings their car back in. I don't know why we're pinwheeling on NLS. It could be because they're in the pits. They wouldn't be the first car that we were having trouble with being when they're in the pits. So
seems to be the black hole of internet.
Yeah, we are expecting them to just roll back out of the pits. They shouldn't need to stop for any reason at their pit stall. They should be able to just serve their penalty and roll back out. So we'll keep an eye on that camera, see if that comes back up here. And John Allen Special here motoring along like nothing happened.
To 119 miles an hour terminal velocity there before he got out of it. Are they going to break 120 on the backstretch before they are done for the evening?
You know, with all this drama going on, that's gave Crank Anchors. They're up in the top 10 now. With Visceral broke and Freddie Mercury, we've still got an hour to go. They're going to continue to fall through the standings. How many teams are going to, you know,
benefit from that, right?
Right.
I mean, Hong North is 6 laps behind Visceral. But they'll get them if they keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Team Infinity will certainly get them. Second Thought Racing, the A-class leader, smallest engine class in the race, is going to move up a number of places.
Yeah.
So my guess is NLS is back out. They've crossed the loop and cleared the pit sign there. And they've maintained the lead by 1 lap.
John Allen special. You can see that car just twitching under braking as they head down to 10A, really pushing it. Under the bridge we go. Beginning another lap here at Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta. If you're just joining us, we're calling the final hour of racing here for the season opener for the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series. And if this is what we have in store, if this is any indication of that for the next 53 races, you're not going to want to miss any of them.
Talk about snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah, exactly. I love that phrase.
Lead basically the entire day and then fall out of first place.
But then a little over an hour to go.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to my favorite saying. There's nothing like racing to teach you about dealing with disappointment.
Right. Not just fall out of first place, fall out of the race.
Yeah. You can't do this sport unless you can handle some disappointment, because there's plenty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Highs and lows.
So it looks like NLS camera has come back up. They're back on the racetrack. We need to break for commercial, so we're going to do that right now, and then we'll be back in just a few minutes. So stay with us, everyone. You're watching Champ Car Live, presented by AutoZone, and it's NLS Racing, your leader. We'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. Through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
Bring on the frozen tundra, the grinding gravel, the cratered concrete, the rain-soaked streets. Come on, road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Reliable performance in unreliable conditions. Designed to meet or exceed original equipment performance. That's why more auto technicians choose Duralast parts. Exclusively at AutoZone.
Located in Northeast Ohio, with 40 years of combined experience, Money Shift Racing knows how to deliver performance and safety, offering everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready for race day. From safety equipment to full engine assembly and repair, in-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Money Shift Racing. Performance done right.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors, Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishment materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your Champ Car fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
Come on, road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Engineered to meet or exceed original equipment performance, exclusively at AutoZone.
And we're back, ChampCar.Live. I just can't believe what has happened in this race today. Oh, wow. So, yeah, we're back with NLS Racing here. And it looks like we might be under caution here at the rate that we're going. But this, I need to make sure that that recording is current, so I'll be doing some checking on that. Yeah, it doesn't look right. But welcome back, everyone, to Champ Car Live, presented by AutoZone. It is the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series race.
Hey, guys. I'm down here with NLS Racing. So you told me that you can do this.
Yeah, we think we can. We've got just under an hour to go here. Our fuel mileage is pretty good. We backed it off a little bit. We just got to pace ourselves to second place to make sure we can bring it home. So very nervous last hour here coming up.
So you told the driver to hit a certain time. He's kind of hitting that. He's a little quick, but he's doing it.
Yeah, we told him to go a certain time. He's going about 5 seconds faster, so we're going to try to back him down a little bit more. But if everything goes as planned, we should be okay here. But thanks, Champ Car, for having us out here. I hate all the teams that missed it. It was a beautiful day today.
Back to the driver in the car, I said, that's a sign of a bad driver that can't hit those times the crew chief tells him to hit. And I guess his dad was standing right there. He got very violent with me.
He's offensive, that's right. So, yeah, me and Dan Kohler's in the car. Me and him have been friends since we were 11, 12 years old. Grew up racing go-karts together. My buddy Corey Danley, the three of us have been friends since we were little kids, and to be able to come out here and do this kind of thing is really amazing. So we thank you guys.
So Leviathan MR2, that's the kind of car I drive. You can stay in front of him.
Yeah, we think we can. We expect them to break a hub any second, to be honest with you. But no, I'm joking there. They've had good pace, but we think we can pace them and beat them here, being up a lap and a half, 2 laps here.
With the demise of Freddie Mercury and and pretty much the top rank there in Visceral Racing, man, it's opened the doors for you.
Visceral had a tough day. I think they loaded 2 in the trailer, not under their own power. So I hate it for those guys. Hate it for Freddie Mercury.
they've been coming along strong and been contenders everywhere we go. So I hate it for them too, but they'll win them. They'll get one eventually too. It took us about 4 or 5 years before we were there, so it takes time, and they'll get it. We look forward to racing with them.
I'm gonna go talk to Liza and see if they have anything different to say. All right, guys. I'm gonna head down there. It's gonna take me a minute. I'll be back.
Okay.
Pass by Visual, Bill. Find out what happened to them that knocked them out of the race.
Yeah, it would be good to hear that right from the horse's mouth. You know what? We're just kind of trying to draw conclusions from video, and that's always very difficult. So this race winding down.
Yeah, that time at the bottom of the screen is very unofficial. It's off by about 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's all dependent upon when they decide to drop the checkered flag, and that's not something that's above our pay grade. So that clock is just a reference. Looks like the Flagtronics camera has gone down. So, or the not Flagtronics, the NLS racing camera has gone down, and so if that comes back up, we'll certainly spend some more time watching that camera. On board with Team Infinity here, leading D class. Stands on the throttle. Currently in 4th place overall. Out of the 4 top cars, the only non-C class car. Hong North Trans Am 2 shown in the pits out of 6th spot. That is the number 8. And we believe they were involved in contact perhaps with Freddie Mercury. Don't know if they're going to have problems getting that car back out of the pits. If they do have trouble, then that would allow, on second thought, to move up, possibly into 5th place. Team Infinity shown 7 laps down from Running Bulls Racing.
I hope y'all win.
Nice. All right, guys, I'm down here with Leviathan. They don't have good lighting down here because these guys are pretty cheap. They put all their money into their car and their racers. And I guess they bought Roger Cullen, who's one of the board of directors. So, Ben, can you catch him?
Yes, we can.
You just told him he has to do like 3 seconds faster a lap to do it.
Told him the gas pedal's on the right, so see what he can come up with.
And he's a pretty damn good driver from what I hear.
He is.
He's from Alabama, so, Alabama boys. But you're from Georgia, right?
We are. We won the national championship in football this year, but,
Yeah, it happens. I don't know what that's like, being a UVA, So that MR2, pretty quick car. You can do 3 seconds a lap and still make it on fuel. Sure.
We made our last stop.
We lost fuel with this new rule.
We did, but we had to make an extra stop in the race. We made our last stop at an hour and a half. So, we were on the back foot on strategy, but, it's all coming together in the end for us. So just had to stay with it and just be consistent. We caught a couple lucky cautions, safety cars. And, that really helped us out. Now we're in it.
All right, guys. Good luck out there.
Yep. Thanks, Bill.
Paulie will be rooting for you.
I'm here for you guys.
Hey, guys.
Well, the cameras are dropping like flies. I'm down to 2 car cameras, but we'll do what we can here with what we got. some of these cameras are not provided by us, and you can't really stop a race and put a camera in a car. So, unfortunately, we've had several that we had cameras in those cars, and they aren't able to finish the race. So anyway, 339 laps is what we're working right now. NLS Racing leading overall, 2 laps ahead of Leviathan Motorsports. They say they think they can catch them. I think they're just joking, of course. But Running Bulls Racing in 3rd, Team Infinity in 4th, on second thought in 5th.
Let me correct you. 389 laps, not 339.
Oh, okay. Did I say? I'm sorry. Yeah, 389 is what we have so far.
I'd really like to hear from someone at
Visceral.
At Visceral, thank you. Long day. About
what
about
happened?
what knocked him out of the race. Yeah.
Yeah. If only we had a pit reporter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find him right now. He's both
A
cars
girl
behind
can
the wall.
dream.
They may be packing up. They're from Connecticut, so they as soon as something like that happens, he's usually on the road pretty quick. But I'm up in the paddock trying to find him.
Great, thanks, Bill.
So that last lap by Leviathan was faster than NLS. That's that should be Roger in the car. I mean, if anybody knows how to dig, be interesting. Do y'all know what the split is right now?
Well,
but
the last laps there was a 1 second advantage for Leviathan, and it looks like they're cycling between 1 to 2 laps down.
Oh, okay. So it's more than a lap instead of less than.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it would be it would need some more drama to kick in for them to be able to get by and really put a challenge to make a race out of it there at the end. If they pass under caution again, though, I tell you, NLS, I think.
I mean, they take a step wrong and it could be right there. That was 3 seconds. They just made up on the last lap. A 147 to a 150.
45 minutes to go.
Yeah, and Fred Wolf just chimed in, all the reason for Flagtronics utilization. I don't know if NLS is using Flagtronics or not, but that would have helped them avoid a passing under caution. You would assume. If it's working properly, you would have that advantage of not potentially missing a flag or in this case, a flashing light.
Right. So I think Kyle Lockrow is in the Brew Crew number 86 car to finish up the day for them.
So yeah, just to recap here a little bit, I see Andrew's coming in saying, so what happened to Visceral? So what we have here, we haven't actually spoken with them yet, but at 8:20.
I got the scoop.
Okay.
All right, so Ron came up under the bridge. As he came across the patch, he tapped the brake. The car twitched and just basically lost it, slid down the hill, kind of hit the wall, and then pointed at the downstream there. And they pulled him out. He was about ready to drive away. He's like, the car never stalled. He got it going again, or pulled it out, and the steering was just all over the place. And he said, yeah, it's done. Lower, one of the suspension components is bent and broke or whatever. But he told his team, he says, I don't know how you guys drove this thing to first place. Remember, he hadn't driven it today. He goes, this thing was bad. So he said they'll get it fixed and they'll be back out the next race. So unfortunately, they are out.
Yeah, the car looked really loose coming through 12, like every lap.
It probably had something wrong with it. Just didn't know what was going on yet.
Right. Just trying to drive it to the end.
They were wrestling it all day.
Shout out to my buddy Chris Nicely over on the feed.
Freddie Mercury. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to answer for Andrew's question. Freddie Mercury also had contact with another car, and they weren't able to finish the race either. And this all happened within a fairly short period of time.
Yeah, just a matter of minutes. Just amazing how fortune can change the entire complexion of a race.
In a matter of moments.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you never give up. Right?
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of second guessing in some of the teams up and down the pit lane.
So you think they'll be bench racing this one for a while?
Well, I'm sure they will.
Mm-hmm.
You feel for Visceral, but, you know, was it the wisest decision for a driver to get in a car that hadn't driven it all day? They knew the car was problematic or twitchy, as they kept telling us. You know, why don't you put the driver who was having the most success with it back in the car? You know, try to salvage it that way. Of course, this is all retrospective thinking.
Of course, the person who makes that decision is the team owner, and that's who got in the car. So.
Yep, no question. But I wonder if he would do the same if he had it to do again. You know, what happened with
the old if and when game.
Yeah. Freddie Mercury. They hadn't had contact with another car. Looks like John Allen, the Mini Cooper S, is likely to be able to save first place in Class B. On Second Thought Racing, looks pretty untouchable in Class A in the time remaining. Same for Team Infinity in Class D. And the overall podium will be all Class C cars as things stand.
As they stand.
901 Motorsports, the number 903 car. Looks like they've retired that car. So too bad. They got almost to the finish with it and called it quits.
Mm-hmm.
They're both of their cars as well. Just damage, getting hit or hitting things, and just a rough weekend for them too.
Yeah.
Feels like Running Bulls has had a pretty quiet, low-key, under-the-radar day, and now here they are, poised to finish on the podium overall.
Mm-hmm.
Same for neat for Team Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
True. I mean, the goal is to be there at the end, right?
Yeah.
So Paul is asking about OFIC. I don't believe they're making laps currently. They've been kind of in and out of the pits doing some work on the car. So I think they're back in right now.
Yeah, they're showing having tripped the pit loop and not returned, so they may actually be behind the wall.
That would be my guess.
They did turn quite a few laps today. Let's see, you've got 138 laps, it looks like, turned.
Yep.
So right now at 393 laps turned, we got NLS Racing leading over Leviathan Motorsports, Running Bulls Racing in third, Team Infinity in fourth. On Second Thought is in fifth. Then you've got Hong North, Crank Yankers Racing, John Allen Special in 8th, Rotary Rocketeers is 9th, and we're expecting 3 Racing to move into 10th place. C-Class being led by NLS, D-Class leader is Team Infinity, A-Class being led by On Second Thought, and B-Class being led by John Allen Special in their Mini Cooper.
Very interesting turn of events in this last hour or so.
I'm still trying to digest all this. I just can't believe all this has happened.
How'd you like to have to write the story of the race and file it before you can go back to the hotel tonight?
No, thank you.
Okay.
No. Not after 14 hours on the show, no.
No, not really.
We always used to think that was the beauty of television, particularly live television, because you don't have to go back and fix anything, no matter what mistakes you made.
Mm-hmm.
And I would walk out of a racetrack and look up at the press room and see all those lights burning and think those guys and girls are just pounding away on their computers, filing the story. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So we started the race today with about 60 cars. And we saw a significant amount of attrition as the race wore on.
Mm-hmm.
But we had several cars here that just seemed to keep motoring on and not really running into any trouble, so to speak, as far as we knew. Crank Yankers has moved up into 7th place. Hong North in the number 8 car is back on the racetrack in 6th. Wittenauer Motorsports in their Mini Cooper currently scored in 16th place. Oder Motor Group's in 18th. Garage 65 is in 19th. Brew Crew is in 21st, followed by Momo Champ, and then Rocket Ham Racing in 23rd. And then in 25th, we have AOA Racing. Atlas Welding is behind them.
By my count, we have only 26 cars within 100 laps of the leader. Field's strung out, and we lost a bunch. Got about a third of our starting field actively circulating.
There's a car coming by. Team Infinity letting him through. As he gets back on the throttle, the car downshifts and heads down the front straightaway here into turn 1 to begin another lap at Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta. But if things hold true here for NLS Racing, maybe they can finish this race without any further problems.
After what we've seen, don't speak too soon.
Whew.
What? That looks like a cell phone on the dash for Team Infinity there. I can't quite make out what it has on it, but I can hear the voice of the lady on the cell phone.
Thanks. Hey guys, I'm down here with Ed from the Infinity Shark car. So Ed, you just have not had a good weekend. No, I started with a flat at 5:30 last night. Got that fixed. Car was running a little funny. Got it. We were happy with it. We left. We came back 6:15 this morning. Doesn't run. I borrow NLS's laptop. Scanned the car. The computer's faulty. The chip fell out of the prom socket. Oh. I dive in the window of the car and I get out on the grid as everybody's going out. I am last. Get out there. 10 minutes later, hey, you don't have a transponder. Whoops, we kind of forgot that.
Oh, the transponder.
I just kept going. I go for a gas run. The truck battery dies. He quits at the gas station, leaving us fuel short for a pit stop I'm not here to help with.
Wow.
And now it looks like we're going to take class win, but I can't say that until the end of the race. The day is looking better. There you go. It's getting sunny. I can see it. All right, man. Good luck out there, Ed. Always fun watching you guys race.
Yeah, it was a great interview. Thanks for doing that, Bill. Ed's a great guy. But lots of drama for them, too, that we didn't even know about. So there you go. The 903 car just packed it in. They'd been in the pits quite a few times, and they just stopped racing.
Yeah, Tiffany's talking it over with a member of the team. Another long day.
The car's winding down the S's. It's still so cool to see the headlights even snaking through the S's there.
Yeah.
I don't know how much fun it's driving through there in the dark is, but it's pretty cool to watch it.
Well, they're hurtling right along.
They are.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Let me make sure I'm on here.
Yeah, we got you,
Down
Bill.
here with, what's the team name that you're racing with?
Open Throttle Racing.
Open Throttle Racing.
Yeah, camera is quick. Listen to my face.
Yeah, we're going to carry you for 9 lives. So, you guys said that this is your first ChampCar race, but you've been dealing with ChampCar for 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. First time behind the wheel.
You supply a lot of the wings on pit lane.
That's right. Damn straight.
And the racetrack.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think of ChampCar?
Well, there was a little Miata behind us, and they had a whole lot more motor than I did. He knew he had more motor than me. I knew he had more motor than me. And in the turns, I had to tell him what these wings actually did. We came flying past about 10 miles an hour faster than every turn, man. It was a riot. That was just a great turn. That's a great time. I'll do this again.
Cool.
Right away.
So, good time in ChampCar?
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. You have fun in ChampCar, too? All right, guys. Good luck out there. You're going to finish, right? Underpowered?
Don't.
On a wing? No, you're not driving a Porsche, so you're all right. There you go. All right, guys. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up on 30 minutes to go in this 14-hour odyssey. Stand by for more. You're listening to Champ Car Live, presented by AutoZone from Road Atlanta.
An important decision is afoot. This man is about to buy tires on TireRack.com. Tire Rack is the leading online retailer of tires in North America and a repository of advice and expert reviews. And it's done! All that's left is to arrange for safe, easy installation at one of our independent recommended installers. Well, I guess he did that too. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Come on, Road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Engineered to meet or exceed original equipment performance exclusively at AutoZone.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors, Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishment materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your ChampCar fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety, while significantly reducing braking system costs.
So to tell you a little bit about the durability of this product. So we have seen an incredible extension of the life of our brake rotors using frozen rotors. We've gone from brake rotors every other weekend to 6 weekends on one set of brake rotors, and I think they can go farther. The durability has been amazing. And it's been a fantastic season, and man, a lot of that is due to the way our car can brake on those frozen rotors.
For more information, go to frozenrotors.com.
Located in Northeast Ohio with 40 years of combined experience, Money Shift Racing knows how to deliver performance and safety, offering everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready for race day. From safety equipment to full engine assembly and repair, in-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Money Shift Racing. Performance done right.
Come on, Road. Do your worst. We'll be at our best. Triple tested to meet or exceed original equipment performance exclusively at AutoZone.
And welcome back, everyone, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. It is the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series season opener for 2022 at Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta. Welcome back, everyone, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. I'm Paul Veltum, along with Bob Varsha, Bill Strong, and Tiffany Alexander, calling the race for you. And the good news is nothing changed over the last 5 minutes. We're 400 laps into this race, and it's not over yet, Bob. We've got another 25 minutes to look at.
Yeah, and no idea what might happen during that time. No particular battles on the racetrack, but we've said that before.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got about a 1 minute gap, if I read this right, from Crank Yankers to Hong North in 6th place. A 17-second gap from Hong North up to 5th place with On Second Thought Racing, that leading A-class car. Mm-hmm. Other than that, the gaps are a little bit more significant. John Allen Special, they've really hoisted that Mini Cooper up there. They have passed 45 cars for position to not only lead B-class, but to bring the car into the top 10 there in 8th place as the Visceral Racing Group's 959 car tumbles through the standings, as well as Freddie Mercury after both cars experienced contact. So, boy, how things can change, and the complexion of this race has changed so dramatically in a short period of time.
All under cover of darkness in the final hours.
So thanks for joining us, everyone, here on the show. And to think next month, March 5th, will be our next race. It's going to be at VIR, a 12-hour race there. And then 2 weeks, we'll be at NCM Motorsports Park for an 8+7.
We're not covering the VIR race, are we? Is that on our...
Yeah, I believe so.
We are? Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah, I believe that's on the schedule.
It's only 12 hours. It'll be much easier than this.
I know, right? I wonder if we're racing that race. I think last I talked to my team, we were going to race that race.
Cool.
Trophy Wife fans, are you out there? That's the team owner's home track, so I think we're going to try to get that in there.
Started out the race today, 9:30 this morning. Visceral Racing Group took the lead with Running Bulls in tow. Freddie Mercury took over the lead at 10 o'clock with Hung North behind them, followed by Visceral Racing Group in the 959 car. Then it was Cone Crushers. By 11 a.m., though, Visceral had taken over the lead of the race with Cone Crushers in second, Hung North in third, 901 Motorsports in fourth, and Running Bulls in fifth. But as the day wore on, it just looked more and more like Visceral Racing Group had a handle on this thing until we got down to the closing hours of the race. And it was at 8:25 p.m. when Ron lost the back end of the car, came around, made contact with the wall, and that spelled the end of the day for Visceral. And almost at the same time, just within just laps of that, we had Freddie Mercury, another car that was so strong today and looked like pit stops and things were falling into their favor to have a really strong finish. Also had contact, taking them out for the day. And we thought for a moment we were going to lose the John Allen Special because that car died on the racetrack just a few hundred yards away from Visceral's car at the same time on the same lap. But they managed to get the car refired. And they're back out there turning laps.
It was crazy.
Leading class.
Yeah.
And leading the class. It's crazy.
And in the top 10.
So quite a storied race we've had here this weekend, and in where we've had weather issues in the past, that wasn't the case today. We just had a lot of really good, solid racing and some drama on track.
That Class B battle could be something in this closing 20 minutes or so. John Allen Special Mini Cooper S leads the Rotary Rocketeers Mazda RX-7 by about 90 seconds. So one more little stumble from the John Allen car, such as we saw barely an hour ago, and that leaderboard could change.
Yes, indeed. They were stranded there for quite a while. There were a couple of laps at least that went by before they were able to get going again. And so everything is definitely up in the air. 20 minutes remain unofficially here at Road Atlanta. As the laps are counting down again in Champ Car, we're more of a timed race than a lapped race. So the checkered flag will be displayed very close to, as close as possible to 10 p.m. by the command of the race director for the lead car, the car that has the most laps.
Which currently is an LS.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact time difference is, but according to Race Hero, they're up about one lap. Leviathan is turning faster lap times. I'm seeing a lot of 148s and a lot of 149s out of NLS, and a lot of 148s and 149s out of Leviathan as well. Leviathan just a tick faster here and there.
They just cross start finish together, both with the 147.
So they're right together.
Mm-hmm.
Eighteen minutes to go. Excuse me, Tiffany.
Oh, you're good. I was going to say not long to go now.
That's right. 10 laps, maybe?
Yeah.
Reeve Racing comes by the start-finish line. They're in 10th place, and pretty solidly, too.
Yeah, we haven't called their number basically all day.
Yeah, they've been just kind of quietly going about their business.
Having a very good race, turning out some of their best times in their history with that car. So I know they're pleased with themselves, or they should be. Top 10 finish after a 14-hour race is pretty impressive.
Brew Crew Racing knocking on the door to the top 20 here, as they're currently now they're actually in the top 20 because they have 2 EC cars up ahead. So even with all the troubles they've had today with running out of fuel on the track, being towed in multiple times for different things, they still managed to crack the top 20.
That Denton Carden EC car running in 12th right now, they were involved in a incident earlier today. They went plowing through the tire bales over in Ford, did they not? Were they one of the cars that went through?
That's right. It was around 3:30 this afternoon.
Here they are, pounding around.
It is surprising, you know, how many of these teams manage to get their cars back together somehow and get back out there and start turning laps again.
It is quite amazing. I think it's just amazing that some of these cars can go 14 hours. That just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Cars that were never intended to do this.
Oh, okay. So they had 2 of them, Eric? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize they had 2 entries. So we're talking about the Denton Carden car.
Oh.
I see now. There were 2. There was a Miata and an MX. Well, I guess they're both Miatas. One was a 2008, one was a 2002. So these are two different race cars. Thank you for that, Eric. Appreciate that. Now down to about 15 minutes. 9 hours and 45 minutes of racing has elapsed. Well, I guess if you don't include the time we spent under caution.
I mean, technically, they're still kind of racing.
Still racing, right? You're just not under green.
Right.
I mean,
Not green lap racing.
If you pull into the pits, cars can pass you. So you're technically, I mean, you're still racing.
Still scoring laps.
Yeah.
No. You can't go take a nap or anything, so.
Yeah. You could, I suppose, but. So we spoke with Ed earlier from Team Infinity, and he just talked about the several issues that popped up for him this weekend, and seemed to, manage to work through them. Computer issue and an issue with not having a transponder in the car. Forgot to put that in, and then just trying to go get fuel for the car. Had trouble there as well. So
what was he said? The truck they sent to get the gas ran out of gas?
Mm-mm.
No?
Really?
It was something.
I thought you were saying
It was something like that.
It was something very weird.
Yeah.
You do have those weekends sometimes where everything goes wrong, it seems like.
Indeed they do.
Man, we had a weekend where, let's see, the hub's car broke. We blew up my car. We caught the RV on fire.
Yeah.
I blew a tire in my SUV that I was towing my car with.
Aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like to play?
There's the Shark car leading this trail of cars coming down the S's. Just need to say a word of thanks to everybody who's tuned in today and checked out the show. We appreciate having you.
Absolutely.
Special thanks to you, Tiffany, for all your hard work of laboring the day. It's always great having you with us. And of course, Bob Varsha, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Then we have another person here. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
You want to say
Tracy
something?
Hayes was on
Tracy?
the line with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stephen Cox, who came in earlier today. Who else did we chat with?
We had Sarah Montgomery stop up.
That's right, Sarah Montgomery, young racer.
Oh, looks like Elon has joined us here, asking, "How's it going?" It is going well, my friend.
We miss you.
We do miss you, sir.
We're winding this one down. It's been a crazy last hour or so.
It has, and this is not in the books yet.
It's getting close, though. Very, very close.
You folks will be pleased to hear there are no more commercial breaks. I am done with that. I just put my marker away. We're through with it. Rapid air loss. That is our new...
Rapid air loss, that's right.
I'm going to stick with that, Bob.
Mm-hmm. I had some fraternity brothers who had that problem.
Rapid air loss?
Yeah, they also had tire blowouts. You know, it's been a long day when you're staring at the countdown. You know, it's not like this is a moonshot or something. You know, we're gonna come to the end of a 14-hour motor race.
And you're like, where's the white flag?
My gosh. Come on, Mini Cooper. Come on. Yeah, 120, the John Allen Special Mini Cooper S.
He did not disappoint, Bob.
No, I'm really hoping for that.
All right.
Fast in the dark.
Our day is complete. Almost. Everything we could have wished for.
A little car is quick.
It is. It's been so much quicker in the dark.
And the Shark car.
Yeah.
Right ahead.
And that's our 4th place car.
Our 2 camera cars, guys, please.
Do not touch each other.
Let's not get greedy here.
Racers? Greedy? Impatient? Never. Fred Wolf is saying, great job, Dana, for putting all the pieces together to make this a great race. He's done a wonderful job.
Always. Yep, always does a great job.
Yeah, he's doing the hard work. We're just running our mouths.
Right.
We should thank Tracy, too. He and his wife, Lori, brought us pizza.
Oh.
salad.
Could
Well,
have
that
been a
was
lot
kind.
worse. We could have been eating track food, but we had fresh pizza.
That was kind.
Delicious.
Good.
They're the sweetest.
From a local joint, too.
Yeah.
That makes it fun.
Seven minutes to go.
And I think Bill is planning on recording the interviews, and he's going to post those afterwards when he gets to better internet. Probably have to come back up here to the tower.
Makes sense. Don't tell him I said that.
He just doesn't want to stand out there in the cold and do all that, and then nothing gets recorded. Just fall apart. I think we did that one time. It's like we couldn't hear anything later when we went back to it. Plus, all the cars have to make it through impound. At the finale of this race, 1st through 5th will come into impound. Also, the class leaders will also come to impound, and they'll have 30 minutes for all the competitors to review each other's cars. They'll take the wheels off, jack the car up, and just check the car out, make sure everybody feels like everything was legal. And then if all in good shape, then the tech director will call the race official. Then they will post, timing and scoring will post the results on, is it Speed Hive, I think?
Yes.
Yeah. They'll pull those EC cars out, and so they'll post the EC class and then the full running order minus EC. How many EC cars do we have this time?
We had 11 at the start.
Okay, so we will give an EC trophy. I thought we had several.
Yep.
Less than 5 minutes remaining.
Did he just give a 2 to go?
Yes, 2 to go. Leader's coming by now. It's winding down. Dana says, same answer as always. I'll let you know when.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Mm-hmm. Then we could put this one in the books. Maybe.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going in the books.
One way or the other. NLS's time, that's hard to say, has significantly fallen off to they went to from 148 to 158, then 201, 201, then 205. I wonder if they're worried about fuel to the end.
Could be.
Meanwhile, Leviathan turned to 145. Oh, the gap's down to 1 minute and 13 seconds between them two. Those two. Wow, if we only had, another hour. Bob just looked at me crazy.
You want to get out of here a lot?
It's some Mac.
That might get a reaction.
An hour. That was good. That was really good.
Thank you. I'm delirious from lack of sleep.
All right, just let me know when you've got the one to go.
We are 1 to go this time by.
Yeah, I see them waving.
NLS just crossed start finish, so we're 1 to go.
All right.
We dropped down to a 2:11. So they have enough fuel to make it all the way back around for the last lap.
Yeah, he's just going to take it easy here, it looks like. And, of course, what happens now is all of the crew members who are in the pits, who are still there, are invited to walk out to the guardrail and cheer on their team cars as they come by. And, of course, the lead car is being called out by all of the corner workers as that car proceeds around the racetrack so that they know where they're at, so they can be ready as they come across the start-finish line to take that checkered flag.
So Hong North just moved up to 4th place.
Yeah, on second thought, just crossed the start-finish line. Really impressed with their performance today as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great job. Shark car coming across the start-finish. Going on to their last lap.
Coming around the racetrack for the final time is NLS Racing today. Working lap 400 and what's that?
414. I had the exact same thought.
That's scary.
414th and last.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, 14 is a very appropriate number of laps to
It actually is.
cross in a
Yeah.
14-hour race.
14 hours, we do 414 laps for the winner. It's a lot of numbers.
I actually thought it would go quite a bit higher than that early on when we had so much green flag running. But, of course, we began to run into the yellow flags.
And there it is, the checkered flag. After crashes, penalties, cold weather, and plenty of drama, after 14 hours, it's NLS Racing taking the win in the 14-hour Enduro at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. Behind them, Leviathan Motorsport coming in second place. An incredible race for that team. Running Bulls Racing finishing third. Hong North coming in fourth. And on second thought, finishing fifth. C-Class looks like it's going to be awarded to NLS Racing. The gap's still pretty close there. Team Infinity in sixth place here. On second thought, in fifth. Crank Anchors Racing in seventh place. John Allen Special in eighth. In ninth place, it's Rotary Rocketeers. And in 10th, Reeve Racing. So C-Class, I'm sorry?
All four class winners finish in the top 10.
C-Class captured by NLS Racing, A-Class by On Second Thought, D-Class by Team Infinity, and B-Class by John Allen Special in their Mini Cooper. You can hear that driver talking to their guys and celebrating. I think he's still actually on the final lap, though. Not sure. No, he's waving, so must have already crossed the start-finish line. So an incredible race weekend to kick things off for 2022 for the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series. We want to say thanks, special thanks to all of our viewers, everybody who tuned in and support the series. And we sure look forward to seeing you at the racetrack throughout the coming year.
Yeah, we've got lots of races coming up this year.
Lots of great races, yeah.
Lots of great races.
We're going to be all over the United States. We're going to be up into Canada. So we still have some cars circulating around the racetrack. So interviews will be conducted, but those interviews will be uploaded by Bill up to our ChampCar.Live YouTube channel, and there should be something in the in Facebook as well. So you can get the words right from their mouths as they come in. Of course, the cars will be brought into the pits. They'll be brought into impound. And they'll separate the top 5, I believe, or it's 6 finishers, and
the top 5 in each class winner.
The top 5 in each class winner.
Yep.
And then after about a half an hour, usually if there are no protests, the race will be called official. And as Tiffany alluded to earlier, you can check the final results on speedhive.com to see what those final results were called. So again, Tiffany, thanks so much for your hard work this weekend.
Oh, Thank you, Polly. You're the glue.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know if Tracy's still up there or not. I don't know if he
is.
He is. Tracy, thank you so much for joining us here for the end of the broadcast. It was great having you up there.
Hey, thanks very much. Really appreciate it, Polly. Great job as always. And Bob, Tiffany, thank you all so much for having us up here.
Yeah, it was great having you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Bob Varsha, sir, thank you again for joining us, and looking forward to hopefully working with you again in the near future, sir.
Me too. Thanks very much, Paulie.
All right, so with that, for Bill Strong, Bob Varsha, Tiffany Alexander, I'm Paul Veltum, signing off for now, folks. We'll see you at VIR in the 12 hours there on March 5th. So long, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.